Hello, people. My name is Bill, and I decided to actually make a video because I have a 2006 Kodiak scamper and got a great deal on it. But guess what? You know, a little bit found a little bit of water damage in it, and went on the internet, and there is none on how to repair this type one. There is a lot though. So this is going to be me. Fixing my scamper and other things because, you know, I'm not handy, but I'm cheap. So that's what I found. The floor was spongy between the two benches. You know, looking back, I did notice it when we went to go purchase it, but, you know, I didn't think it was anything that bad. But getting it home, it's not, I'm lucky compared to some videos where like people are rebuilding the whole sub-assembly. What I've decided my plan of action is going to be, that's the cheapest, is what I went to go buy a subfloor. My brother recommended it. He said it was called mahogany. They use it for subfloors. Apparently Home Depot never heard of it. So I bought like a sorry, we had to go outside. My the iPad, which, because we don't have a laptop, I'm just like, well, we have technology, so we're using the iPad. I did not like the temperatures in the trailer. It's very hot here in Ontario, Canada. It's like 33, I think, with the humidex today. So we decided to come back outside. So what I was saying is, it is spongy. I'll get some shots, but my subfloor is sitting on a styrofoam. It looks like some of it's 2x4 and some of it is plastic stripping. So I am pretty lucky because underneath looks absolutely sealed in, no problem. What I got to do next is, before I can proceed in putting new plywood and new flooring down, is I have to find the leak. I have to. So it's can we go over in the sun? Will it make it conk out? This is where I think my problem is. I noticed it when we were hooking up. You see someone's attempt, poor, horrible job. I don't even know what it is, like a clear silicone. It still feels definitely soft still, but so I think they had problems there. And if you look too, Hayden, just show the edge. You can see how it's up and down here. So I think there was a problem here, and the one lock won't even seal. It's so kind of bulged. And if you look over to the right on the water intake, all the silicone somebody's dumped in there. Just on the water intake, this is filling up my fresh water. And that is a coaxial cable that we'll probably never use. And I've heard, back up a bit, Buck. Just keep recording. I've heard that, look at the water. Okay, maybe this is a problem. This is the back end of my fridge. So now it just makes it more complicated because I was thinking it was either the door or the water intake. I'm sorry, this is not my fridge. This is my hot water heater, which I have not run yet it's showing water. I've seen a lot of videos, as I say, where these doors, but mostly they notice on the fridges, they do not let the water out from the condenser. That hurt. That's classic me, hurting myself. But everyone talked about how the condenser holds water. I mean, the water tube, it doesn't leach properly. I saw one where a guy put a clear poly tube and ran it through his vent because it was such a crappy one that his trailer came with. Wow, there's lots of bugs in here. So there's the plug. I cannot see. It must leak into this tray. Which, I'm gonna have to look into that more. But everything seems really dry in here. Doesn't seem like any problems that I can tell. As I say, I'm not handy, but I can't see, like, nothing jumps out like that big wet spot. So I think I'm okay with my fridge. Oh, I am popular.
Something's calling me.
As I say, I think my fridge one is good. I still need to look at it a little better, but nothing is showing that it's leaking there. This is all looking dirty and corroded. My hot water heater. So, because of that, I would therefore say that I think I have a leak in the condenser. No, it's no condenser, because that's the fridge. I don't know. All I can do is fill up the water tank or put in the hose, and I'm going to see what's going on here. See if it leaks. And as I say, I'm not a hot water guy. This is a lot of Chinese to me. Maybe I shouldn't use that term, but it is. But I just need to find the leak. That's the first problem. So if we don't have hot water in the trailer, my wife's going to complain, but you know what? At least it won't leak. I don't know. So what we need to do next is get this going, see if it leaks. Then I need to spray water down here, see if it leaks. And of course, I gotta fix all this up. It's so gross on this side. So anyways, that's my freshwater intake, but I'm gonna hook up the hose, fill up the water tank, and check it all, because there's no point in fixing anything until I know what's causing the problem. All right, well, we'll go do that. Anyways, we're gonna have to start working from inside, but do you see what I mean? Hayden, close in here. This is like a hollow plastic tube with styrofoam. It's all packed in. And come around here. And there's bolts holding it down. So I got to take these bolts out. These ones are holding in the frame to the frame. I do not need to take those out because the plywood will go over. But these were on top of the plywood that I ripped out. So what I need to do is take these out, put in the new plywood. But as I say, we can't do any of that but until we find the water leak. But as I say though, it's a really kind of cool frame. I've never seen one like this in the videos I watched. So like, as I say, plastic here, styrofoam 2x4. It's a real combo mix. I guess it's to keep it light, because this is the lady I bought it from actually hauled it with like a small little Honda 4x4. I think it was a Pilot or something like that. Of course, I have a Dodge, a big Dodge, but it's a really unique floor. Okay. Well, that was the beginning of finding the damage and trying to locate it. I'm gonna go start doing that. One thing before we go though, Hayden, is I put in new supports. The last one was rotted right out. We're gonna, with my family's help, we're gonna start ripping up the floor. We'll videotape as we go, but that's the first step, and hopefully, let's go see the wood, Hayden. We'll get to put some new plywood, and hopefully it firms the floor up a little, but we'll see. Thank you very much.